what about me? And what about you? God never promised us that we would be the king. I mean, all of a sudden, David can hang on to the promises of God. You're going to be the king. It's easy for him to sit in the cave and say God's going to come through because God made a promise. He never promised me I'd be a king. Never said that he would guarantee that I would survive in the challenges and the difficulty of life. So what about us? Well, Paul says in Galatians 2:20 something that kind of puts it in perspective for us. Paul said, and it's true of us too, I have been crucified with Christ. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. Jesus said it this way in John chapter 16, in this life you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome this world. What we discover is simply this: life is hard, life is scary. But for those of us that are in Christ, the greatest threat we will ever face has already been defeated. Our hope is in the resurrection of Jesus Christ. In the resurrection, God defeated death. Our faith in Christ means that the enemy is destroyed. Now, I want to tell you something. He can still hurt you, but he can't defeat you. So we don't have to be afraid of the end result or the outcome because the enemy has been defeated. Kind of reminds me of an old song we used to sing a lot when I was growing up, and one that is certainly dear to many of you here. Written by Gloria Gaither. Because he lives, the lyrics go, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is what? Gone. Because I know who holds the future. So life is worth the living just because he lives. How do we overcome fear? Worship.